All right, race fans, welcome. We're live tonight here at Homestead, and I'm going to tell you what, it is championship week here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Qualifying's underway. Mike Rominger, Mr. Extreme himself, putting it on top pole right there tonight. And the man behind him, well, he's in an uphill battle to start off with against Cameron Hearn tonight to try for a championship here at Homestead. Going to be a good one, and it's going to come down to the line here, or to the wire, whichever way you want to look at it. It's definitely going to be a race tonight. We got some pretty good race conditions out here. 78 degrees, 104 track temp. We got a 1.5 mile track here. Close to a 1.5 mile either way here at Homestead. Only 4 feet above the altitude there, so not too bad here with the conditions wise. I don't know, it's just going to be a close one. We got about 6.5 minutes, folks. File in, get yourself, man, settled in, get everything straight. Myself, Joe White, up here in the booth. Got Dave Everly. He'll be here a little bit here just shortly. He stepped away for real quick. Until then, we'll stay tuned. We'll get right here with you and get you started and gridded up here for championship night here. Homestead, Extreme Motorsports 99.com, Xfinity Series. Well, good evening out there, Dree. How you doing? I tell you what, it's just about to be a good one. As these boys here at Extreme Motorsports 99.com, they get set here to, well, we're going to round this Homestead, and we're going to crown a champ. Cameron Hearn right now leading the points. Let's just get you a, well, if I quit yawning, that's bad. I know, I'm sorry. And, all right. Well, looks like my colleague up here, he's back. Dave Everly. Dave, how you doing, man?
Doing good. I had to make a stop at the kitchen and get me a Pop-Tart.
Gotta have Pop-Tarts, man. Gotta have
championship race. Gotta have the Pop-Tart.
Absolutely. Well, tell you what, man, we're here. Championship night here, Extreme Motorsports 99.com. It's been championship week all week long. The K&N, the Truck Series. I know y'all had some awesome stuff over our Dre broadcast. Well, tonight we crown a champ here in the Xfinity Series, and it's a good one. I mean, Mason Weitzel, he's sitting there starting in second. Cameron Hearn's going to start fifth. And I tell you, Mason's in an uphill battle as of right now to try to get in that top spot, to try to dethrone Cameron. So he's going to need a little help on the part by, well, fortunately, I don't want to put any bad on anybody, but I guess it would be he needs some bad luck from Cameron Hearn.
Yeah, he most definitely does. I mean, he's sitting 11 points behind Cameron Hearn, so he's going to have to finish at least 12 positions ahead of Cameron Hearn to come away with the championship.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good one here. I mean, it has been a crazy chase, and I'm going to tell you, Dave, when it started at Talladega, which we already know what that race, man, brings about it, which, we thought, okay, no big deal, it's plate race, everything can happen there, kind of wild card. But when it did the next couple ones after that, when it just started, man, every chase driver, and it started with Jake Nichols and Tom Whitmore. Those were the two most notable heavy hitters right off the bat that kind of was just eliminated from the chase early on. And, boy, it just went downhill from there from a lot of the other chase drivers.
Yeah, most definitely. So, But should still make for a great race. As you said, we had a couple of great races here in the K&N. We crowned a new champion there in the K&N series, which was Travis Pryor. Then we also crowned a new champion in the Camping World Truck Series, which turned out it was Hunter McDaniel coming away with the Truck Series championship. Hello?
I'm here. I was just checking sound.
Oh, okay.
Want to see how well you sounded on the stream, man.
Probably need to mute me, don't you?
No, you sound good, man. You good deal. Well, we got about 2 minutes left. A little over 2 minutes left here in qualifying, and we get set here to grid these guys up at Homestead. Me and Dave were just sitting here talking a little bit about what maybe to expect here tonight. Jake Nichols, he's obviously been on a roll, but he's definitely, was out of the chase earlier on. What's going on, Becky? How you doing out there? And just out of the chase earlier on. But to look here, we do have a tie for fourth place here in the points, and that would be Hunter McDaniel and Tyler Sifford. It's Tyler Sifford right now starting 9th, and Hunter McDaniel not in the top 10 starting here tonight. So, Hunter, he was actually in the points race, but had a bad race last week, and just one that he probably would want to forget.
That's about all my races. I love to forget them.
There's a few of them I would. A lot of them, I'd probably want to be like, forget it.
I think the only ones I don't want to forget is my ones I won at Talladega.
Yeah, that would be bad.
I could win.
Do I have the points? Yes, I have the points right here in front of us, and we're good to go. Matter of fact, y'all just do a refresh on your browser. I just did a reset on the whatchamacallit. That's why I got quiet.
No, you're just quiet.
Well, I'm just kind of just getting pumped up here to get excited about what this race is about to bring. Dave, we've talked about the chase pretty much through the whole entire chase, and it has just been one thing after another, and it's been very, very good from the start to the finish. And we're about to grid these guys up. We got about less than 10 seconds here to go before we grid them up here tonight at Homestead for the final race of the season here, folks, for Extreme Motorsports 99.com Xfinity Series. Here we go. We're going to grid these guys up here tonight and get them, man, started off right here, as the boys of Extreme and their Xfinity cars definitely are going to be rolling, as we're going to get our gridding order up here tonight. And starting out on pole, that man, we call him Mr. Extreme himself, Mike Rominger. Mason Weitzel, he's got a shot to get a title here tonight, but he's going to need some help in the form of Cameron Hearn having some bad luck, but he's starting second tonight. That's a good showing right there. Starting third, Jake Nichols, calling him the Superman. Fourth place, Bryce Senesac. Cameron Hearn, well, we were just talking about him. He's 11 points ahead of that man, Mason Weitzel. Top man here on points. All he's got to do is maintain what he's got. He understands. Right now he's going to start fifth. Richie Evans starting in sixth. Seventh place man, Scott Mitten. Greg Bradshaw starting in eighth. Ninth place, Tyler Sifford, Mr. Popularity himself. And he's got his fan club out there pulling for him. 10th place man, Matt Hoover, and that rounds it out here as we look to the rest of this field. Now, I always say it here, Dave, star-studded, skill-based. It's a who's who at Extreme Motorsports 99.com.
Exactly right. That's why you don't see me out there on the track with these guys.
Come on now, you would be able to do good.
I'm the test dummy that tests all the safety of the walls.
Yeah, I would probably be there with you too, man. So, yeah, it's tough, man. But hey, somebody's got to do it. All right, well, we're gridding these guys up here and getting set to go racing around this place here tonight. Davis Homestead. This track is, I kind of like this track. Can bring about it some single file racing though here. So something we're just going to have to keep our eye on. I mean, when I was watching them in practice earlier on, I kind of watched the little guys out there, didn't seem like any of them were having much trouble. They all seemed like they were actually doing pretty good out there.
Yeah, but from previous races this week, it's a tough track. Anything can happen once they start getting on those tire wear.
And you're right. That is absolutely right. You just got to look at tire wear could come into play here. And definitely just something we're going to keep in the back of our mind and watch as this race pans out. As the pace car's off and is going to lead these boys here of Extreme for the final time of the season here. ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Homestead here tonight. Miami Speedway. And that man right there, Mike Rominger, he would love to put it in the winners column here. And, not the chase that he wanted. Still not bad off, though. Actually, see where he's at. Pull my points back up right fast. He's actually sitting third in points, 24 back. So he still could come out of here, third in points.
Yeah, but it's pretty much going to be between Mason Wetzel, Cameron Hearn. Cameron Hearn does not have to win the race.
Nope.
He has just got to stay steady, finish the race, and not let Mason Wetzel finish more than 12 positions in front of him.
And that's right. As pace car's off, we're going racing here at Homestead. Here we go. Green flags in the air. And right now, Mike Rominger gets a good jump out front. And you said it right there. The best way to say it is as Cameron Hearn does not have to win here tonight to lock in that title. But Mason Wetzel needs to do everything he possibly can. And right now he is as he goes to the point here to lead a lap. But here comes Cameron Hearn on the inside of the 09 of Bryce Sinesack. He's going to keep him right there in his front window. We're going to try to keep him in his rear view window.
Yeah, as you see, most of these guys getting ready to go single file. We saw a lot of that the last couple of nights. Usually on the first 5 to 10 laps, they can do the double wide, but it's usually the outside that it usually propels on the exit of the turns.
There is. This track usually going to go up to the high side as it goes on. If we get some long green flag runs, you'll see the middle to high line come into play here. Now, it fooled me last time with the build they did here at Homestead because I was so used to them going to the middle high. They actually stayed low for a lot of the race. So I don't know what this build is because obviously the first time I've been to Homestead or I've seen a race at Homestead on this build here at iRacing. So maybe that middle to high line right now they are utilizing that kind of middle groove right now. They're like one lane up from the bottom.
Yeah, I mean, just in the K&N cars because they're probably the most similar to these cars. That's the line they were running. As you see, they'll kind of arc it in. They'll start out by the wall into the turn, about middle of the turn. There'll be one groove up from the bottom, and then they'll just let it drift right back out to the wall.
And Cameron Hearn right now up the fourth place spot. He is just trying to keep there. And folks, like we just said, me and Dave was talking about, if the race was the end now, which we've got 122 laps to go, but if the race was the end now, obviously Cameron would pull off the championship. Mason needs some help tonight, but right now he's doing everything he has to do. I mean, there is really nothing else he can do. Just needs a little luck and do what he's doing right now. Lead a lot of laps and win this race.
Yeah, I mean, basically you just got to go out, hit your marks, and just let the cards fall where they lie.
Yep, absolutely. Right now looking pretty good as we're all single file line up there. What's going on, Pat T? See him out there in the chat. How y'all doing? As these guys right now just forming up a single file line, and everybody's just out there kind of just riding along right now, and that's what you were talking about. That's what this track, man, kind of produces after a while. Just everybody just kind of, I guess it's what, follow the leaders, so to speak.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we've seen like in the trucks last night, they were able to do some late passes, but it's just a matter if you can get to the outside and push that car that you're trying to pass, make them run that lower lane, try to get them down there so that they have to back off that throttle, because if they don't, these cars will push from that bottom lane straight out to the outside wall.
Yeah, there you go. Good assessment on that one. And I tell you right now, like I said, all these guys, single file, Mason Wetzel out front. Mike Rominger right there in second. Jake Nichols sitting in third. So we're here at lap 5. And back here with Ethan Kurtz and Matt Hoover, they look like they're the two maybe kind of battling out a little bit. You know, we're talking about these guys being single file and what the track's bringing to us here. You know, you got to look, even though they're that close on each other, it wouldn't take much for them to get side by side and just start beating and banging on each other.
Yeah, I mean, another thing these guys got to watch that we've seen in previous races, one wrong bump in the start of these turns is going to get that guy in front of you sideways, and that could end a lot of cars' nights really early.
Yeah, wouldn't want to see that. I'd hate to see that on their end. Back here in the back here, Mike Franklin. He's another one back here with James Thorndike. Actually, excuse me, John T. Wimmis back there. John T. Wimmis, Mike Franklin. They're battling it out back there into the last place spots.
Well, it's the last race of the season. You want to do the best you can and finish the best you can.
Yep, absolutely. Well, as of right now, we've got 19 machines on the track. And we were just talking about Mason Weitzel. He's got to be more than really 11 spots ahead of Cameron Hearn. So there's not much room for error. Obviously, you know, we were also talking about Mike Rominger. Unfortunately, just not enough people in the race here for him to even make it up to get up there, because he's about 24 points back. So the best he can do is sit in third where he's at right now. Obviously, hey, nothing wrong with that, and he's doing what he has to do. As we say that, Jake Nichols is going around him on the inside, battling him up front. But he's going to try to at least do what he's got to do. Now, the next guys in line would be Hunter McDaniel, who I do not see even made the race.
No, I don't see Hunter McDaniel or Tom Wetmore. Neither one of them were able to make tonight's race.
Yeah, I hate to see that. So they're going to drop a little bit even more on the point scale. So that means Tyler Sifford pretty much is going to move up in the fourth if he keeps doing what he's doing. Now, James Thorndike is 6 points back, so that's where his battle is. But right now, Tyler Sifford looking in the 8th place spot. So he's really going to try, and he's really only, let's see, he's 6 points. Tyler Sifford's 6 points off of Mike Rominger. So it'd be a tight battle there. So really, it's going to be a good tight battle between 3rd, 4th, and 5th here in the points, along with the top guys right there.
I tell you what, just saw Mason Wetzel. He flirted with disaster there. Saw a bunch of cars in the earlier 2 races that we did on Monday and Tuesday night on Dre Broadcasting, where these cars get too close to that wall, it sucks them in, and it just spits them out like they're garbage. So he's got to be careful, though. I mean, he's doing what he's got to do, but he's got to make sure he does not flirt with that outside wall, because it will suck you in.
You know, and you was talking about it too. The car could be starting to push, and we were talking about it here on this track. And I've talked to Jake a couple times. High line, he's getting up part of that high line. Now, used to be the fastest way around here, and obviously in real NASCAR, this track, well, those guys do get up there and get up there inches upon inches of that wall. Right now, he's getting his whole back bumper eat up by Jake Nichols. And that's another thing. Jake is pretty much out of the chase at this point. Let's see. He can maybe, he could leapfrog James Thorndike, because he's only about 4 points out of that one. He could, if Tyler Sifford falls far enough, Jake could leapfrog him too. So, don't count him out by gaining a couple positions. If he can get up here and win this race, and Tyler and James Thorndike doesn't get up maybe in the top 10 or something, then yeah, Jake could actually pick up a couple more positions and be like in the top 5 in points.
Well, I'll tell you what, these two better be careful. Watching the last time these two got around, they're trading paints as they're going through the turn. Both of them need to be careful. See Jake Nickel push up, and Mason Wetzel has to get off. That's going to open the door for Mike Rominger there. So these two, I mean, they both want to win, but you got to be careful. You start pushing up like that, start banging paint this early, that's a recipe for disaster.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, right there was probably most of an aggressive move that I've seen Jake make in a very, very long time. Normally that his driving style is patience and let the guy in front of you make a mistake, but he knows he's got a faster machine, and he wanted to get around. The problem is I understand Mason needs to win, but he also needs to take care of that car. This Cameron Hearn is sitting right there in the 4th place spot. Jake is out here. He wants to win on a fast car there. So those two's racing very hard, like you said earlier on. Trade paint, don't want to damage that car. I mean, Mason really, I don't want to say has nothing to lose tonight, because he really does. I'd say Cameron Hearn probably is the one who has the most to lose if he goes up there and starts to race that hard. We'll just have to see how this goes on. Looks like Jake's got a very fast car early on, though.
Yeah, I think right now the smart move is what 67 of Cameron Hearn is doing. As you see, he's kind of just dropped back. He's running right there in fourth. He's got a little space between him and Mike Rominger and him and Bryce Sinisak. He's sitting in a good position. He knows if he could just finish like this, he would come away the champion. So he does not have to prove anything by getting out there and winning the race.
No, he don't. And you said it exactly right there. He does not have to prove anything by winning the race, and I think he understands that. Obviously, if he has a fast enough car to get up there, he's going to do it. I mean, he's going to try, because that's just the competitiveness of any of these drivers out there. Mason's just got it's a tough feeling to know you have a very fast car and a very good one, but yet no matter what you do, you just need a lot of help. And that's just what kind of chase this has been. It's just been that crazy. Most of the chase drivers, well, we've seen them in trouble, later on in the races.
Yeah, I mean, we're still early in the race. Only lap 18, 108 laps left to go. Looking at least, I know in the trucks in the K&N, they were running about 30 to 33 laps on a pit run. So you're looking at least 2 to 3 pit stops.
Okay, good deal. Right now, under, green flag, and that's the thing about this track. It brings about it a lot of green flag running. I mean, a lot of these guys, man, get out here and you get some good long green flag runs. Not saying we won't have a caution. Hopefully we don't, but it does get about it some long green flag runs. And Walker, just to answer your question, this obviously is the last race of the season. From my understanding, I'm not an admin, but normally, just going off the old way or from past in between seasons, normally they have a couple weeks off, and they do some fun runs, recruitment races. You'll see them out there on the iRacing portal forum and whatnot. It'll say ExtremeMotorsports99.com recruitment style races, and they'll recruit up, and you'll be able to jump in. And then the admins, you want to get up with some of the admins. I think it's Andy, or Don Cutter. You probably want to get up with him. Rick Donaldson, obviously, get up with them. Send them a message on the website. They'll definitely get it. Let them know, man, you asked through the broadcast when the registration starts back up. I know it says full because, well, we're still in the season. That's why. So I think registration will open up here probably the next week or so. Usually, a couple weeks or whatnot is when they start back up, but don't know a definite time, so don't hold me to that, man.
Well, we got Mike Rominger. He's looking to the inside of Mason Wetzel here as they come out of turn 2, but they go back single file. He got up there on Mason Wetzel, but he just didn't want to push the issue, kind of just backed off. Looks like he's running a little bit of a lower line than Mason Wetzel, with Cameron Hearn running right there behind him as well, keeping him within distance.
Well, we talk about Mike Rominger. He can hold on to that third place in points. And as of right now, where he's sitting at, he's got a pretty good lead, 6 points ahead of Tyler Sifford and Hunter McDaniel. So as far as Jake Nichols goes, he's really got a good lead. He's 12 points, or he's more than 12 points ahead of him. So even if Jake wins this race and he stays where he's at, he can't leapfrog him on that one. But Mike Rominger obviously coming out of here third points, bouncing back, would be a good finish for him. And he definitely wants that. He wants that third place here, and it'll be a very good turnaround for him. Are you seeing anything out there, man, right now that these guys could be doing a little different?
No, I mean, they're doing what they have to do. It's pretty much just single file racing. Got a pretty good spread on the field. I mean, currently 74 Greg Bradshaw, he's down on pit road with a heavily damaged machine. Same with Matt Hoover. But Ken Ladd back there, he's running in the 17th position. And it looks like, well, he's in jeopardy of going a lap down because he's about 23 seconds behind our leader.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy, man. A couple cars messed up already. Matt Hoover and them didn't get a shot on what happened back there with him and Greg Bradshaw. Probably got together. I did see a car earlier on smoking, and I didn't get a shot of what happened there. But this is one of these tracks. If we get so far off the surface, iRacing won't throw a caution. Well, we got a good battle going on here for the 8th spot. Cody McFadden, he's looking in there, and look at that. Richie Evans, boy, he almost ran that thing down into the wall. Oh no, he's coming into pits.
I was gonna say, we got another driver right there, slow on the field. I couldn't see who it is. Let me see if I can find out who that is. That's gonna be the 48 of Richie Evans. He's running down on the apron.
Well, that's what I say. He just went into pit road. I thought he went sliding off on the side, but I thought he went down on pit road. Yeah, there he's going on pit road now. Oh, okay.
No, he hasn't been down on pit road, but he was running down on the
damage. Apron. Okay, he's got damage on the right side of the car. You see the damage on the front side of it?
Yeah, he's got, looks like maybe he smacked the wall.
Yeah, so now he's coming down on pit road. Cody McFadden. Oh, Cody, man's got some damage on the side of his, and he's on pit road also. So I think what we're seeing here is some of these guys with that right side damage are guys that are up there flirting with that wall and catching it just a little bit coming off the turns.
Well, going back up front here, looks like Cameron Hearn's got around the 9 of Mike Robinger. He's now sitting there in 3rd, right behind Mason Wetzel. Not exactly what Mason wanted to see.
No, not when he looked up in the rearview mirror and see the 67 back there. And like I say, it's just a bad feeling that you sit there, you got a good race car, and everything you're doing. Actually, as we say that, well, Mason goes high. Here comes Cameron Hearn on the inside. He's going to try to look to maybe take that spot. And it's just nothing you can do. Now, obviously, still early. Race still early here. We're lap 27. We got 98 to go. And anything can happen here. What's going on, Keys?
Ooh, Mason Wetzel, wow, talk about dirt track. And he gets into the outside wall.
Wrecked it. Oh, man. And wow. That's not what he wanted. Wow, what a turn of events. Let's go back here on the replay. Yeah, he was just, you want to just talk about just one disaster after another in this chase for chase drivers. This right here has just kind of been the whole chase. Yeah, he got up there, started drifting and tried to hang on to it. Couldn't do it. It corrected itself, slammed the wall. And boy, Cameron Hearn barely got past that too. But folks, I'm going to pretty much say, unless Cameron Hearn really just messes it up, that right there probably could have just done it for Mason. There is no quick fixes here. Tore up the whole right side of that car. He'll be able to stay out here and get going. But it's just, I don't think he's going to have the speed, man. Just not what he wanted out here tonight.
Yeah, like I told you earlier, though, gotta watch, man. These cars will kick loose in a heartbeat.
Hate to see that on his end because it's just been that kind of chase, Dave. I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, from the start. I mean, obviously Talladega, we call it the wild card race. We know anything can happen, but not just Talladega. It's been pretty much every race. Chase drivers. And if it's just been more than one chase driver, and every race has just had problems. And it's not just one guys. It's some of the guys that we would. I mean, we don't pick just anybody out, but it was some of the guys that we really would think these are the heavy hitter guys here, and they're just having all kinds of trouble.
Well, most of these guys you'll see tomorrow night in the Cup Series too, so they could use the experience from racing here tonight and transfer that over to the Cup car too. So,
yes,
I mean, they may not do so good here tonight, but they could definitely use what they learned in coming into the final race for the Cup Series.
And we got a tight battle on that one too. Don't have the points up in front of me, but I do know that it's close with that 5-6 points spread up front there. Delonte Ballard, Ariotti, Mason Weitzel right in that area. Mason had a bad race. He's in a little bit of hole on that one, but he definitely can get out of there. You get Jake Nichols up there, so definitely a close race coming into that one too. In the last race of the Cup Series tomorrow night. As we get through this one here, Bryce Senesack, he's going to try to take that spot away from Mike Rominger there. And Becky, yeah, Mason Weitzel losing it coming out of the turn, hitting the outside wall. He's still running out there. No caution came out, but, tore the car up, and just not the night he wanted, because with him already sitting, 11 points back from the leader, I believe it is. Yeah, 11 points back from Cameron. He needed, and Bryce Senesack in the wall.
Looks like the wall is chewing these cars up here tonight.
Yeah, and then in front of him, Mike Rominger, looks like he almost did the same thing that Mason did. Come out of the turn, that thing almost stepped out sideways. So we're already seeing, I think it's that push loose feeling. Car coming in, maybe a little bit coming in loose and then pushing coming off. So that is not a combination you want in a race car.
Well, these guys have got 35 laps since they pitted, so these guys have gone longer than the Xfinity or the truck and the K&N cars. So, I mean, it definitely could be a part of the tire wear. Absolutely.
Everybody out there on a stint, man, here, 35 laps, like you just said. So definitely it's oh man, Becky's crazy. It's caught me funny by the way she said that. Yeah, you're right. 35 laps on the tires. I mean, they're probably all out there now yelling, "Please, can I come in and get a set of 4 tires? Man, this thing's terrible. This track out here. Oh Lord, So, did you read what Becky put out there?
No, I didn't. I have to go look now.
Yeah, it's funny, man. Just the way she wrote it just caught me off guard. It's all. I had a chuckle. Probably shouldn't, but I had a chuckle. Well, while Dave's doing that, we got the Sim500 Jake Nichols out front. And speaking of Sim500 appreciate him coming on board here at OSR Network. Title sponsor here for the 2018 season. And those boys over there at Sim500 you're looking for a button box, custom made or anything like that, they got them on hand also. Check those guys out at Sim500 Check them out on Facebook at SimSpeedShop, and check them out on Twitter. I call it Twitter. You call it Twitter at SimSpeedShop. Hashtag get a box. I mean, get rid of the mouse. Get your box out there. These boys will set you up, get you right going. Check those guys out, man. SimSpeedShop.com.
Yeah, especially for all the parents out there, just remember, your favorite racers out there got birthdays, Christmas, all kind of holidays.
That's right.
Can never go wrong with a button box.
That's it, man. Gotta love it, man. They make some good stuff out there. Seen a lot of them, and the guys I've talked to, good quality stuff, and they're out here doing a lot of things. They've got a lot of great drivers sponsored. Obviously, Jake in this series here, and a lot of other series that we do. We see them out there. They're sponsoring some actual leagues and whatnot, and then they come on board here for the OSR Network, and I appreciate them doing that. Jason Eisenhower, Adam Eisenhower, those guys over there. So appreciate them doing that, man. It's awesome to see. And also Jason and Adam, they run in the K&N series here at Extreme Motorsports. So you get to yell their name all the time there, Dave.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, not so much Adam. He likes his Eagles cars.
Yeah, I got you. Okay. All right.
But we both know that they're both with the Sim Speed Shop, and we do mention that, but definitely got to give a congratulations on the Eagles defeating the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl.
That was a good game.
Hey, anybody that beats the Patriots is a fan. Made me a fan.
Yeah, I mean, I was pulling for the Patriots, but I'm going to tell you what, I couldn't complain about that game. It really was. I mean, it's like anything. Oh, Mike Rominger, man, he just tore the wall down. I was watching him right there, but yeah, it was a good game, man. It was a good Super Bowl. Definitely one for the ages there. I enjoyed it, watched it and whatnot. So, Becky says, I don't tweet her or Twitter. Okay, I hear you. So
I think we're going to have to get with Tyler and get her to tweeting and twittering.
That's it, man. I want to get her on all that. So, let's see. Bryce Senesack's going to bring it down. And speaking of the Blimpy Cam, he's got the Blimpy Cam car there. Actually, see if we can't get a shot. He's back out with that thing here again this week. See if we can get a... There we go. Close-up shot of it. I appreciate him. He's running the logo, the OSRN on top of the hood there. Appreciate him doing that. And these guys, man, I guess they... Heads up, they hear me up here in the broadcast booth talking a lot about blimpies and everything else. Just watch for the commercials. Who are you watching for? Oh, yeah, Super Bowl. Yeah, that's pretty good commercials. But I guess they hear me talk about the blimpy cam and all that. And I know Dree out there, she loves a little stint doing the blimpy cam. And I still ain't found anybody that can be angry and say, blimpy, you know?
Blimpy.
Blimpy. That's right.
Can't go wrong with blimpy.
It's absolutely. It's definitely a good one. Mason White's coming down the pit road. We'll get his some 4 tires of fuel. I think that's what we're going to do. We've got a slew of guys coming down the pit road. You know, so everybody's going to be making that so famous here pit stop. Our leader has yet to come in, though. He's still out there, Cameron Hearn. I got a lot of fans. Yeah, oh, well, hey, okay, I guess. Do we got fans, Dave?
You're a celebrity, Joe.
I guess so, man. I'm just Joe.
You got the paparazzi hanging out in front of your house, don't you?
Yeah. I have to fend them off every time I go to the car. That's what it is. Top 3 coming in for pit stops. Jake Nichols, Cameron Hearn, Mike Rominger line up in here. That's going to put Tyler Sifford up on point here. We can get a good close-up here on his car, too, because I know he's got a few real style sponsors there. Ants of Canada. That'll be a good one there for him. Canada and Brown's Cosmetics. You need any makeup, Dave?
No amount of makeup will make me look any better than I already do.
I hear you. Well, me either, but, you know, Becky and him will hook you up, Dave. How's that?
I'm going to have to pass on that.
At the pass? All right, cool. No problem with it. We're
but don't worry. We'll send Becky on to your house. She'll get
yeah. Well, my wife would like it, probably.
Put you in a pretty sunflower dress.
I need a plus size.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, nowadays you can identify as a female, and we'll get you in a pretty dress. However, you got to shave your legs on your own.
Man, I'd have to shave more of my legs. Man, like the back, everything else. Good grief. I look like
all right, Sasquatch.
I know, man. I look like a hairy gorilla or something. Oh, man.
You could join a circus and be the bearded lady.
Then I'd be famous. There you go. There's my fame. Oh, man.
The bearded lady broadcaster of iRacing, Joe White.
There you go. Absolutely. There we got it. We've got the mascot going on. Wow. That's pretty good. Mike Franklin. He's up there in second. Oh, he ended up in. Oh, okay. He pitted way early. He's on 10-lap older tires than the rest of them out there. So was Nick Hunt. And Nick Hunt had a pretty good week last week in racing in both series.
Joe the drag queen. That's right, Oliver. Don't forget that.
Yeah, let's don't imagine that either, Becky. Nah.
We're going to get you all kind of trouble here tonight, Joe.
I know, it's terrible. Well, it's the last race of the season, man. We're having fun up here. It's championship week here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. We're crowning champs. We're crowning one in the K&N series. And I believe that was Travis Pryor, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, sir. Travis Pryor is the Season 2 K&N champion, and Hunter McDaniel last night summed up and won the truck championship.
Yeah, Hunter McDaniel pulling it off there. Tonight, we're trying to, crown champ. As of right now, Cameron Hearn definitely looking in a very good spot. Obviously, don't want to give it to him yet. Race not over with. Still got a long way to go. 78 laps here at Homestead. He's maintaining, though. He's sitting in that second spot. Mason Whitesell, obviously, early on trouble for him. As of right now, he's way back a lap down, back in 15th. He's the only one that's just close enough there, so Not tonight he wants, and tomorrow night, Cup Series. We'll see if Jake and them, man, see what they can do up front. You know, see who walks out of there as the champ. So it's been a very, very good one. As Pat T, yes, it was Travis, and we know who Pat is out there. I always like seeing the family members. Obviously, like I say, we got Becky out there and Dree out there pulling for the Tyler here tonight. And that's all just wrong. I hear you.
Well, I tell you what, Pat T was at a loss for words Monday night in the K&N series because not only did her grandson win the championship, but her son Jay won the race.
Yeah. So, man, what to talk about, man, a fulfilling night there for the grand lady. That's awesome.
But I'm actually looking at the points right now for the Cup Series, and the top 3 drivers in the chase for the Cup Series are only 10 points apart.
Yep. It's going to be tight. It definitely is. I mean, it's not over with in any of those. And most notably, the one who has bounced back that we didn't think might not, Ariati. Bouncing back, he was 7 points down. He's still about 6 or 7. So
he's actually 10 points behind Jake Nichols.
Okay. Well, coming in 10, I mean, it's still a doable task for him to actually get up there. Again, those guys are going to need some help, obviously, like Mason does, tonight with Cameron. But, anything can happen. Now, I hate putting downers on anything because, we're all about the drama and the excitement. We're broadcasters here, Dave. Thing about it is, though, when you talk Homestead, you got to talk about Jake Nichols' backyard. He has dominated this place, and he's dominating it right now. He loves this track, and it just, if you're a guy that is, 5-10 points behind, and you have to see that Jake has to have a bad race at Homestead, just makes an awful feeling in the bottom of your stomach. Because it's just one of these tracks where he just really excels on.
Yeah, I mean, right now he's got a gap here of 2.8 seconds over Cameron Hearn in second. So he is just in his element, just out there doing a Sunday drive.
I guess, okay, I know Jay is your son. Tyler is your grandson? I think that's how it is. Is that right?
Yeah, Travis is the grandson, Jay is the son.
That's right. Travis is the grandson. Jay is the son. Okay, because yes, I said grand lady. My bad. I mean,
and also don't forget that Jay is Travis's uncle, I believe.
Yes. Yep. That's how we go. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I get all that stuff confused. Second 9 million cousins and all that stuff too. Gotta love family trees. Well, Bryce Senesack, he's ahead of old Mike Rominger. Mike Rominger is obviously, he's wanting to stay third in the points right now. He's got to stay ahead of Tyler Sifford and James Thorndike. And, so the close battle right now would be Tyler Sifford and James Thorndike because Tyler right now is ahead of James. So he's trying to hang on to, what would actually be after tonight, since Hunter McDaniel's not here, he would be in 4th place in the points. Actually, James Thorndike should move up into 5th. Everybody should move up 1. That's if Jake Nichols doesn't leapfrog both of them. And right now, Tyler Sifford, if he drops a few more, actually, as he sits right now, he might be... Actually, if he sits right now, he's actually going to lose a spot. So it put Tyler in 5th, James in 6th.
Well, Jake is 12 points behind Tyler Sifford, so...
Is it 12? Okay, my bad. I looked at it wrong. My
bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now he would not have enough points to jump ahead of Tyler Sifford.
My bad. I looked at it while I was looking at the between James and Tyler. 6 points in between them. Okay. Yeah, you're right. 12 points in between. So... Now, like I say, Tyler needs to maintain, stay up there, top 10. He's definitely safe and hang on to where he is. Now, between Jake and James, now obviously that's a different subject there because Jake could jump over him.
Yeah, it's only a 6-point difference. So he would be enough that he would pass Jake James Thorndike in the points.
Yep.
But not enough that he could pass Tyler.
Yep, absolutely. Well, Becky out there says they call her Gaga. Okay. How old is your grandkid? Or how young are they? Oh, wow. The one that always used to kill me is my oldest would call his Nana. And I'll be honest with you, when I met my wife the first time and they said, yeah, his Nana. Because, I grew up the old way. It was Grandma, Grandpa, Papa, Granny, etc., etc. It wasn't none of this, we got to be fancy new age Nana stuff. And I always referred to a Nana as like somebody that just come in and cleaned your house. Like a nanny, I guess, or something. So I was like, what's a Nana? So I had to get educated on that.
You see where Becky Silver says her grandkids call her Gaga.
Yeah,
like Lady Gaga.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. Like Lady Gaga.
Yeah, famous.
Well, maybe you should get her on here and let her sing the national anthem before the races.
That's what I'm talking about. Heck yeah.
We got Gaga Sifford.
Yeah, famous person. Well, look like those older tires, man, are starting to fade off a little bit for Mike Franklin. He's dropping back now. Although he's got a little damage on that right front, looks like a lot of guys got some damage on the right fronts there. I think they've been flirting with disaster on that wall up there a little bit. Bryce Senesac, he's going to take that spot away. Jake Nichols still out front in this one here. Homestead Miami Speedway here for ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Xfinity Series, excuse me, got ahead of myself. Cup Series tomorrow. Xfinity Series is definitely a good one here. And Dre, he's just got a football team for kids.
Hey, not quite a football team. We could play like 3-on-3 basketball, maybe.
There you go. Absolutely. Get some basketball going on. I was reading what Pat said. Hey, they want to call me grandpa at 40-something. That's fine with me. I don't care. I always get a... What's that?
We got Pat Paul, Joe White here.
That's right.
Tonight.
Absolutely. The old guy.
The old fart. We allowed to say fart on the air?
I reckon. We just did.
Well, I'll find out if the FCC sends me a fine.
That's what I'm saying. Well, let's hope not. We'll be okay. Jake's still out front, 2.9 seconds over Cameron Hearn. Cameron Hearn, he's pretty much probably in just cruise control mode at this point. And he understands if he just keeps doing what he's doing, doesn't want to get in any tangle with any lap cars or anything like that, wants to hang on to it and definitely just stay where he is. He's got the championship wrapped up here. Mike Rominger sitting there in third place. Bryce Senesac fourth. Mike Franklin rounds the top five. Tyler Sifford still sitting there in eighth. And old Nick Hunt, man, back there in seventh spot. He had a very, very good, and Tyler Sifford's right on his back door, as we say that. He's coming on the inside, maybe going to make the pass. But last two races, last two races last week, Nick Hunt actually had a very, very good week last week.
Yeah, he's really turned it on here in the chase. Put a pretty good showing, so it'll be actually to see what he can do next year.
Yeah, no doubt. But that 00 machine, so definitely has picked up the pace a lot here tonight. Oh, Davis Richards, really haven't talked much about him. 51, he's just out there kind of cruising around, trying to finish this thing out here. He's in 12th right now. John T. Wimbush, good to see him back out there. I think I'm showing him is he back in the Autos by Nelson's machine? Let's see. Yep, Autos by Nelson's. And I tell you, Dave, if you're looking for a car, tell them you saw it on OSR Network and they're going to give you $500 off. That's what he told me anyways.
Going to have to give me more than that for me to afford a new car.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, you want a discount. I don't know, doing a discount or something. I don't know. He actually was saying one time, he said that they actually had guys that actually went up to the dealership and said they saw the ad through the broadcast. Now, I mean, that's just kind of cool. That just shows you the power of the advertising and sponsorships, you know, with within sim racing, you know, for stuff like that to happen. But I'm with you. I'd need a little bit more too, for me too.
Sorry, I'm trying to stay awake. I don't know why I'm so sleepy tonight.
What? You're tired for?
Man, it's been snowy and cold, and when it's snowy and cold, I'm like a bear. I just want to sleep.
Man, well, it's been cold, rain all day here. I wish we'd get some snow, but we done had our one snow for the year, and that's pretty much it. Now it's going to be like 195 degrees here soon. So that's
one
NC
snow.
weather for you.
We've had our one snow already this year.
Know. Well, hey, me personally, I bring the blizzard on. I don't care. I wish we'd get snowed 3 or 4 times a winter, but you know, usually we get one good snow, and then guess what? Oh, now North Carolina thinks, well, now it's just time for springtime again, and we'll be spring for the next, 9 months out of the year. Like, or
you need to move out of the city, move up here in the mountains.
Well, I'm not in the
good
city.
Snow.
Not in the city.
You're in the city.
No,
you are in the city. You're city folk.
No, we got out of the city.
No, you're city folk.
When I got away from the city people, and now I don't want to be.
Suburb
I don't want to
people?
be in. I don't want to be in the woods or anything. I never want to be that
Why
far
not?
away. That's good, man. When I go to the grocery store, I don't want to have to make an all-day affair.
Oh, come on. It ain't that. Just think, no neighbors to irritate you. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, I got the best neighbors in the world. I got a hermit that lives beside of me, and the Texas Chainsaw lives on the other side. I never hear any. Dude, we've been here for 8 years, okay, at this place. You know, the neighbor over here, I only see her when she goes checks her mailbox, and that's it. I'm wondering if she's alive over there sometimes, because she hardly ever has lights on.
Yeah, we do, definitely, Pat. We Southerners have all the weird world.
We do.
Weird weather, huh? Except for
just,
Joe. I mean, he is city folk. He just don't understand.
NC down here, they got some of the weirdest weather in the world. Like I said, we've had our one snow. Now it's going to be time for, and it's only February. You'd think it's still winter. Forget about it. It's going to be, I guarantee you, when March gets here, we're going to be back up into the daggum 70s degree weather, and the sun out.
Hold on. I got to make a correction. Becky, I don't have grandkids. I got 3 kids. I'm not that old yet. If they make me a granddaddy, somebody in trouble because somebody got died.
Yeah, it's a little early. Now, I've got a 22-year-old. I guess he could.
I don't have a 22-year-old, so I got a 13-year-old daughter and 2 boys that are 11 and 10.
Yeah, they a little young. Now I got my 11-year-old here, and he's gonna be a pistol when he gets older. So yeah, I definitely agree with you. I'm gonna tell you what a race we got. It's been a good one so far. Actually, been a very, very clean, respectful style race here, and I think a lot of that is just due, the product of this track. Homestead brings about that. I'm in North Carolina, Dakota. Kind of middle where the triad is. I'm closer to the mountainside than I am the coast side. I'm actually probably about 50 minutes away from Charlotte, up above it. So
see, you are city folk.
No, man, look, I worked in Charlotte. Forget about it. I stayed the heck away from that place. Woo!
Laugh out loud at wondering if she's alive. That was so blimpy, Sir Joe. It's okay, Becky. I still love you, but I ain't no grandparent yet.
Woo! Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Well, look, they're talking about it. Let's give it to them. Let's go high and wide here. That's right, the blimpy cam. Everybody likes the blimpy? It's good perspective here of the track. There's just how far apart these guys here are on the track. And then again, who don't like blimpy? I mean, it's blimpy. Dave, you like blimpy?
Only when it don't crash my computer.
Absolutely. Well, we don't got double, triple blimpy, but tonight we got a single blimpy, and everybody loves it out there. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to just say it again. I want to meet the person that can be very, very angry or try to stay angry and just say blimpy. It's just,
I can.
Well, go ahead and do it.
Gosh darn it, blimpy.
Yeah, just don't
Never mind.
That's what I'm saying, man. You just laugh. That's what I'm saying. It just don't work, man. It sounds, the word, it's one of those unique words, and it's, I don't know. When I started doing it, I thought to myself, Yeah, it was just crazy, man. So it's just one of them words, wow. But it's the blimp cam. I saw it on here, and I said, Blimpy. I like Blimpy, and everybody likes Blimpy, and hope everybody likes Blimpy. I mean, I like Subway subs, but Blimpy makes good stuff too.
You know what? I keep seeing all these ads. I need to get with Jason Eisenhower about a button box.
Well, I got up with him, talked with him up there. You talk about Jason here, and got up with him. I want to, obviously, we're excited about the fact that we eclipsed the 1,000 mark on the subscribers. I want to thank all the viewers and the leagues and the drivers out there because they're the ones that did that for us. But I want to put on something special with all the viewers out there and everybody like that. What's up, man? We got Rick Donson out there. What's going on? And I want to put it something special, maybe, special style race or something. And I talked to maybe giving away one of the button boxes, so something like that. And if somebody's not a sim racer, he talked about we could give away like some sweatshirt or something like that with the logo on it or something. So somebody's not a sim racer or so forth.
Well, I kind of need one, not really for sim racing, but I've actually got me a yoke and some rudder puddles coming. I'm kind of getting into the flight sim, so
okay.
If that would actually work out.
Sure, not a problem. Well, been a good one so far. Jake Nichols out front. He's got a 3.8 second lead over that man Cameron Hearn, who is just trying to maintain and bring home a title here tonight at the Homestead, Miami, and for the season finale here for the Xfinity Series. And right now it's been a good one. Mason Weitzel earlier on. Oh, Pat says, I know what the button boxes are. Well, do you need one,
we
Pat?
got into it. Well, we got into it because I think it was Monday night with Jason Eisenhower. We were talking about the simspeedshop.com and button boxes. And she didn't know. I was like, well, so I gave her the web address. I said, go there, look at it, and you'll see what a button box is. And I don't know, maybe she got a little help from Pat or Travis or Jay explaining exactly what the button boxes are. But
yeah,
apparently she knows now.
There you go. Educated in sim racing equipment, educated in sim racing all together. And it's good, like I say, to see the family members out here. Good racing all together. Awesome. And I looked at a couple of them. I did. You talking about the ESP, or I think it is. I forget how it goes.
ASP. I think it is.
ASP. You're right. Yeah, I looked on there. Look pretty good. Like that. Saw them on there. Checked out their website and whatnot. Even actually sent them a message, and I said, good looking button boxes there and whatnot. And there's so many more out there. There's just a lot of sim stuff. We talk about a week in, a week out, sponsorships of sim racing. That's just the growth of sim racing in general. It's really just has propelled to new heights, not just in drivers and this and that, but it's sponsors. As a matter of fact, you talk about sponsors. Rick Motec here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Rick Motec stepping on board here on the road side of things here has very well been a very, very good sponsor for them here at Extreme and has done great things and definitely is a household name in sim racing equipment. And I check those guys out there. So you just got to look, man, leagues out there that have awesome style, real style sponsors.
Well, actually, speaking of the SimTech, or the Rick Motec Sports Car Series, I was talking to you earlier. One of their drivers, he actually has got an experience of a lifetime. He was selected for an East Series and a chance at $100,000 racing the Spec MX-5s, which he was also, congratulations to him, he was also a Final Four in the Mazda shootout that iRacing offers, giving 4 sim racers a chance to battle for a seat in an actual race car. So I want to go ahead and say out there tonight, congratulations to John D. Allen. Good luck, and hopefully we'll see you out there racing.
That is awesome, man, I tell you. And it's just a chance in a lifetime for guys to be able to do that. And it also shows you sim racing, because I've talked about it, iracing.com. It's the realest thing you can get without spending millions or hundreds of thousands and stepping out here in a real style car. So you can learn a lot here. A lot of great names, obviously, in NASCAR and whatnot have stepped off of iRacing here. So, you know, it can happen to anybody. You know, you get out here, you practice. We've seen a lot of pro-style drivers here in this series here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. So it's definitely growing as a whole. As you know, like tonight's race, been a very good one so far. James Thorndike right there is moving up to 6th. See if he can actually. He's actually had a pretty good season. He's one that, you know, we talked about James, you know, throughout the chase, but we also talked about him throughout this season here. If he reflects back on his season, now he had 1 or 2 bad races in the chase here, 1 race really, but for the most part, his chase has been very good. His season's been very good. Unlike last season where, boy, he probably just wants to forget about it. He has really turned this one around 180 degrees and has done some tremendous things and has learned a lot and really well run really good on the track.
Well, Joe, look at it. We're 41 to go. These guys got 41, 42 laps on their tires. And Jake Nichols and a lot of our top guys down on pit road, probably for our last pit stop tonight, especially. I mean, we're 41 to go. We have yet to have a caution here tonight.
Yeah, true. Caution free here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Definitely going to be definitely something. Don't want to jinx it. We'll knock on wood and make sure we don't. But right now, green flag pit stops. Our leader, he just coming off pit road there. Jake Nichols. That puts Tyler Sifford up front. And we were just talking about James Thorndike here. He's sitting in 3rd now. And Ethan Kurtz. Really talked much about him there. Almost made some contact with Ethan and Bryce. Because look at that, they're coming down on pit road. I think they wanted to come on pit road, and Bryce was blowing right by them. But, you know, definitely something else. We got a battle here between Jake Nichols and Cameron Hearn. Now, I'll tell you what, Jake wants to win, but if at Cameron Hearn, he wants to win too. And he's right there alongside of him. Got a feeling once all this cycles around, those two should put it back up top. But at what point, you're Cameron Hearn, do you put yourself in a position? I know you want to maybe try to win if you got a fast car, and we've seen them all chase along. These two just duke it out. But at a certain point, though, you got to realize you don't want to put that thing in the wall.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if it was me, I'd just fall in behind Jake Nichols, let him go ahead and take it. I mean, coming out in 2nd, that's a good feat there, but, you know, mostly just holding on to that championship.
It is. I mean, you know, they're being very respectful up there on the track right now, giving a lot of room to each other. And like I say, Tyler Sifford, he's on 43 old tires. So I'm going to tell you what, 43 run right there for Tyler Sifford kind of brings up a number to me like, that's an awful long time on a stint. So he might be trying something unique out here. Maybe he gets a caution later on or whatnot. But this battle right here between Cameron Hearn and Jake Nichols, it'll definitely be for your lead. Eventually, Tyler Sifford will have to come into pits here as they're closing in on him. But those two have been locked together now for the past about 4 or 5 laps. It looks like Cameron maybe is going to take it, and Jake's going to say, like, okay, I'm going to hold on to my tires right fast.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're only looking at 7, 8, 9 cars on the lead lap. So this is final pit stops here of the night. 37 laps to go here at Homestead, Miami.
No doubt about it. Hey, you're right, Oliver. Yeah, it takes a lot of money to race. I used to drag race back in the day, and I'm going to tell you, the money I spent on car parts and everything else. And Jake Nichols almost runs that thing in the wall following Cameron Hearn out of the turn. Boy, that was a close one.
Yeah, definitely not something you want to do. I mean, but he's really got nothing to lose here, but he'd love to come away, finish the season out strong with the win.
He does. And you're talking about John T. Wimbish out there. He's got his Auto by Nelson's machine out there tonight. He's currently right now on the 13th place spot, looking good. But our leader's up here. Jake's losing a little ground on Cameron Hearn, so maybe Cameron a little better tires. They're both on about the same stint, so to speak. Jake's kind of stuck behind Tyler Sifford there, as Tyler Sifford has made his pit stop, so he's on newer tires. I think he'll probably be able to get around these guys pretty easily here shortly.
I don't know about that. I mean,
Yeah,
Cameron Hearn's doing a pretty good job of holding them off.
Well, yeah, I know. As we was just talking about and saying that, yeah, he was holding them off pretty good, wasn't he? Old little James Thorndike back there, he's trying to close it in. Just wondering if Jake's just doing what he normally does with 34 to go here. You know, obviously he doesn't want to get up there and get into Cameron, you know, and mess up anything in the points or anything like that, which here's the thing. Unfortunately, Mason Whitesell sitting 16th right now. Last car, you know, on the lead lap. Not the night that he wanted here, the final race of the season and so forth. But even if Cameron Hearn was to wreck at this point, probably be a safe bet to say that he's going to walk away with the championship.
Yeah, I mean, all he's got to do is run. I mean, he doesn't really have to push hard. He's in the position. All he's got to do is just kind of ride it out.
Yep, and right now, look at Jake Nichols taking that high line, going to try to see if he can't get a momentum run. Can't quite yet, as Cameron is still hanging on to it. So it's a battle for the lead here. Not the best one on the track so far. These two guys are duking it out. You know, at some point, you know, Cameron's going to be like, well, Jake's just not going to give up. You know, but also, like what I just, you know, alluded to was, if Cameron, even if he was to stuff that car in the wall and tear it all to pieces and couldn't get back out there, it's only going to put him back in the 17th place spot. The nearest guy in 17th is 68 laps down. We've only got 32 to go. So he would not lose a position. Mason is 4 laps down, and there would only be one spot between the two. So it would definitely, even at this point, yeah, you almost could pretty much say, you know, all Cameron is doing right now is just riding until the end of this race. Just unfortunate what happened to Mason earlier on, losing it coming out of the turn. You know, it would have been a good battle there. But still, even with the performance that Cameron's put on here in this race, it would have been hard. It was just an uphill battle coming in either way.
Yeah, I mean, well, actually, right now, the 99 Mason Wetzel, he's down on pit road, so he just keeps going more and more laps down. So I don't know if maybe he got into the wall again, but he is currently sitting down on pit road.
Yeah. No, the defending champ is Keith Haney here in the Extreme Motorsports99.com, the Xfinity Series. And just not the, you know, he started off the year, but just didn't finish out a lot of the races, so not in contention to defend that title. And, you know, we take it back to here, Dave. We looked earlier on. Obviously, this chase has been a wild one, and most notably being as Cameron drove that thing up into the wall himself right there a little bit, so just drove a little hard. But, you know, earlier on, a lot of the heavy hitters in the chase, Jake Nichols, Tom Whitmore, out of it early. And when I say early, within, like, you know, by the third race of the chase. And, you know, it's kind of unheard of. Now, Jake's been able to crawl back up here, maybe going to gain some positions, but not in any contention to win the title. And then, you know, just like the Cup Series, just been a wild one over in that area. So it's just been, you know, wild here and there, up and down, kind of chase style run. It's just been one of those chases. Wild.
Yeah, most definitely so. I mean, it's the way that some of these things work out. I mean, you just never know how it's going to happen.
Nope. Mike Franklin having a good night right there in third place spot as Mike Romer's trying to run him down. And we talked about, good deal, Dakota. Awesome. Man, get on out here, man. Definitely run. Got some of the best out here. And definitely, you know, very good race. We don't want to jinx it. We don't want to do anything. But, you know, race summary tonight. You know, we've had 6 lead changes. And the magic number right up underneath that, 0 cautions. It's been a caution-free. As of right now, Jake Nichols has the last new fastest lap out there of so far earlier on, but not the overall fastest lap. Well, actually, probably would. Yeah, overall, I look fast here. But anyways, on the fastest out there. So this track kind of, you know, I'm kind of thinking back to some of the earlier races here, Dave. They can go a lot of times caution-free at a track like this. Didn't fall out your seat, did you? Hey, fall asleep. Dave must have fell asleep, folks. Well, I tell you what, we got 26 to go here before we crown a champion. I actually just lost Dave. He disconnected, so I don't know. Must be having a little internet trouble. So I'll tell you what we'll do here. We'll see if Dave man comes on back here and gets connected back in. He might be having, like I said, got a lot of snow and stuff going on up there. He's up there in the mountain area. But it's been a very good race so far here. Homestead Miami Speedway. Last race here of the season, folks. Championship race here tonight. ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Xfinity Series. We're going to crown a champ here tonight. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. All right, folks, we're back here live. Homestead Miami Speedway season finale here for Extrememotorsports99.com. We're crowning a champ here, and that man right there, Cameron Hearn, well, he's got 15 more laps to hang on to that machine and bring it home here tonight, and he will be the champ. Well, Dave, he's had some power problems. Sent me a message on his phone. And power went out up there. I know we were just talking about it. He actually was had power because he had a lot of snow in his area. So definitely understandable. Right now, Cameron Hearn, like I said, he's got 14 laps here at Homestead. Get this thing done here tonight. I want to see if he can't win the race here, though, as right now he's trying to run down the tire tracks of Jake Nichols. And right behind them, Mike Rominger, right there in third. He's just hanging on to it, trying to truck around here to hang on and take home that third place spot in the points here. Scott Mitten, haven't really talked about him much, but he's been able to move that thing up here. Bryce Senesac sitting right there in fifth place spot. Looking good so far. So, again, 13 to go here. Jake Nichols out front. Cameron Hearn, our points leader as of right now. All he's got to do is basically just bring that car home where he's sitting at right now, because unfortunately that man right there, Mason Weitzel, not tonight. He was looking for earlier on, smacking the wall, and he's had damage on it there ever since, man, from the get-go. And so definitely is one of those nights you'd like to forget. We're getting down here close to the end of this one. Cameron Hearn, he is still right there, tire tracks long. But Jake Nichols, Jake's trying to bring it here and home. Not sure that's something you're gonna have to ask though. I'm not sure if he is or not. You're gonna have to ask Becky. The team's getting so big, huh? They need a good team. Well, again, want to appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight. We're live, Homestead Miami Speedway season finale here for Extrememotorsports99.com. Xfinity Series, a very good one so far. All right, well, only a few more laps. 10 to go, and that man Jake Nichols out front leading it. Cameron Hearn sitting in second. He's only got 10 laps, and he's going to bring home a title here tonight. He'll be the champ here if he can just hang on to it for another 10 laps. Kind of put it in cruise control. He's hoping that he can pull off the title and be called the Extrememotorsports99.com Xfinity Series champion. It'll be very, very, I know he's going to be very excited. Hard work's paid off throughout the whole entire series. Been a very good chase so far. Mike Rominger, called Mr. Extreme himself, he's right there. The Alliance Motorsports, and you know, we're talking about Alliance Motorsports. Actually, they're teammates. Cameron Hearn and, well, used to be Cameron Hearn and Mike Rominger. And I guess they still are. But I don't see Cameron Hearn down there with Mike, but he's up there in Jake Nichols right now, so I always associated them with his teammates, but Alliance Motorsports. Either way, it's going to be a good night for those guys. Good night for Jake Nichols Racing right now, as he's actually out front. 8 laps to go in this one at Homestead. Season finale. Championship race here. It's going to be a very, very good one. And it has been caution-free so far. I want to jinx it with 8 to go here. But that man in that 67, he's only got a few left to actually pull this one off, as Jake Nichols running up on a lot of lap traffic. Going to have to be very careful. Get Tyler Sifford, Ethan Kurtz, Mason Weitzel right there. He's going to have to modulate through that traffic with 7 to go. Don't want to get in trouble and lose the race here so on. You know, he might just sit back there and kind of just relax and race just a little bit. And Cameron's not catching that much as Ethan Kurtz is right there. Being the leader, boy, you definitely know you got to be very careful when messing around lap cars. You don't want to get into any trouble. So here we go. We're coming around here. We got 6 to go here in this one. It's Cameron. He's actually going to mess around with some traffic. Jake's still trying to get around a lot of those lap cars up there. I'll tell you what, Jake right now has finally got around a couple of them lap cars. He's got 5 to go here to take it home in the winner's circle. And that man right there, though, Cameron Hearn, the 67, he's got 5 to go before he is crowned the champion here. And the yellow flag is out. That's going to put an end to it. And Cameron Hearn has to watch out to it right there. Actually, Ethan Kurtz goes for a ride. Folks, that's going to end it here. As that's going to put, Jake Nichols is going to put in victory lane, Cameron Hearn. But let's go back here on the replay, see exactly what happened. Cameron Hearn, or Ethan was coming out of the turn. And they were side by side, him and Mason, and man, don't know what happened there. I don't know if Ethan lost it coming out or what. Boy, almost Cameron Hearn was like, whoa. But right there, that's pretty much going to put it to the end here. It's going to end under caution here, a whole race caution free. And then boom, right there at the end. Wow. And a good one so far. Jake's going to pull it home here. Pat said, yeah, wow, caution free all this time. Yeah, caution free all this time. And that's usually sometimes how it goes. You know, caution free the whole entire race, and all of a sudden, boom. So, oh, okay, Gillen, good deal. That's a good PC out there, man. Nothing wrong with that. Well, that man right there, he has, he's going to climb from that car. And he's going to be the champ. All he's got to do is go around this circuit a couple more times. Hard fought. And, you know, Mason, I know it's just been one of those seasons. Been one of these chases for a lot of these guys that they just probably just want to forget about. As they cross that line. 2 to go. See here. Yep, lights still on the pace car. Even if the lights went off on the pace car next time by, I just don't think we're going to get this one around here. So, wow, it's been a good year so far, folks, here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com Xfinity Series. I will say this, I have enjoyed, man, calling all the races for everyone. I've enjoyed calling all these races here with Dave from Dre Broadcast Network being up in the booth with me. Next season, Dave over there at Dre and them, they're going to take over for the season next season here at Extreme. They're going to take over the Xfinity Series here, and you'll see them on the Truck Series and whatnot. But we got one more night to go here. Tomorrow night, the Cup Series. We crown the champ here tomorrow. So, well, I tell you what. I said, Pat, that's your dream computer? I hear you. Yeah, I paid a little bit more for mine, Gillen. I got one of the Ryzen 7s. I got a 1070 with 16 gigs, SSD, and all that stuff in it. So, yeah. You know. Then I got my up underneath my other computer up underneath. It's a Ryzen 5 1600 with 16 gigs. So, I got 2 of them sitting over here. I enjoy them. I like computers and whatnot. So, nothing wrong with that. As here we go. White flag this time by. Just got to make one more circuit around here. And the 2018 champ is going to be that man there, Cameron Hearn in the 67. Jake Nichols is going to bring it home in victory lane. And Mike Rominger, Mr. Extreme himself in that number 9 machine, he's going to bring it home here in 3rd place spot. Definitely going to be a very, very good run for him tonight. He's going to end up 3rd in the points here the person that's going to come out second in the points now. Mason Steele. Let me make sure I calculate this right. Hold on. Whew. I'll tell you, here's going to be the kicker. Mike Rominger possibly could go second in the points. And because as of right now, there's 13 points separating those two. And there's 13 positions. It's going to come down to bonus points here, folks. I don't think Mike has led any laps tonight. Let's go on him right here, right fast, just to see. He hasn't led any laps, so he won't get a bonus point on that one. It's all going to be a matter, but he is going to get a bonus point for being, obviously not being clean because he does have damage. So it's going to be interesting here. Hey, I appreciate it, Pat, man, as always. So, awesome season so far. I will be back the next following season. So after next season, Ray's going to take over the helms here for a while. But after next season, we'll be back here at OSR Network, man, to call these races. So, as that man here tonight, Jake Nichols, putting it in victory lane. Cameron Hearn, right there, is going to be the champion here for the Xfinity Series. Coming in second, third place, man, Mike Rominger. We're going to get an update on how those points will shake out with him. Maybe somebody definitely can give us a heads up on that one, because that is definitely going to be a close one there. As, that's just going to be close between second and third on points. As that's going to conclude it here. What a season. What a race here. ExtremeMotorsports99.com Xfinity Series. It has been all season long. Cameron Hearn is going to be your champion. Jake Nichols is going to be the winner here tonight at Homestead. Man, and Mike Rominger bringing it home in third. And hopefully maybe somebody can give me some real quick on whether or not Mike Rominger would bring this thing second in the points, because as of right now, he would be tied with Mason Weitzel for second. So then it would come down to all the other legalities. How's that, of who got the most wins, who got this, and who got that. So, yes, I'll be in the Cup Series tomorrow, Becky. Absolutely. Well, I might be around a little bit, Dakota, but I'll be around the following next season. So, just wanted to give y'all a heads up. It's been a pleasure, man, here and whatnot. But we still got one more race to call. We still got one more, and let's get some of these guys up here to talk to. Most notably, let's get our third place man, Mike Rominger, up here and talk with him. Mike Rominger, Joe out in the booth. Got a copy? Well, Mike, I tell you what, man, you battled all season long and all night long, and you ended up in third. Now, I need some confirmation on this one, because you came in here 13 points behind Mason Weitzel. Well, guess what? You got 13 positions between each other. That means y'all should be tied. It's going to be a matter of, if it holds in a tie, then positions or bonus points or anything like that. Not 100% sure. I do know Mason did lead a couple laps. I'm not sure if they give bonus points for that. But, man, what a season. Either way, even if you to finish out the points in third or second, what a season. How's it feel for you here to come out of this season like that? Well, I always still kind of associate Cameron as with Alliance Motorsports, and so, I look at it as a win-win for Alliance, and, I call you Mr. Extreme here, because you're one of the originals, you're a past champion here, you got that Napa know-how machine, so you know how to wheel one of these machines around here, and definitely know how to win. I know you wanted to get that top spot. Jake's really hard, but he was out of it early on. But for Cameron to pull this thing off to be the champ is extraordinary. But hey, like I said, we're definitely going to have to get confirmation on that second place spot there. I'm really interested to see. Maybe I can get one of the admins to calculate that thing up real quick for me, because that would be awesome for us to know by the end of it whether or not you're going to be in third or second. Either way, you can't go no further than third. But hey, you came out of here in the race in third. Came out there, you want to thank for an awesome season.
You earned it.
Yep, absolutely. And I do apologize. Can you go through that thanking people again? Because I actually had your mic on. And that was my bad. Makes me look retarded now.
Well, I just like to thank, everybody in the team. Alan was on the Alliance throughout the year, and he bowed out pretty early in the chase. I'd like to thank him. And Richie, he's been a great teammate. He won a race this year. I'm proud of him. And Cameron, he started out with us 2 seasons ago, and I'm real proud of him. He deserves the championship. He earned it. And I just wish I could have performed a little better in the chase here. So, I'd like to thank you, Joe, for being here and doing all the broadcasting, and Extreme for putting on the races. It's been a heck of a ride.
And it has, and I tell you what, it's been a wild one, and it's been very fun. And like I say, I've watched you, come a long way up through here. You don't say a lot, very quiet, but I'll tell you what, you definitely perform on the track, and it's been a pleasure there. So again, congratulations on it, and we're definitely going to try to get whether or not you come out second in the points or third, either way, an awesome finish. So again, congratulations, Mike Rominger.
Thank you.
All right. Man, I tell you what, man, that's Mike Rominger right there. Call him Mr. Extreme. Guy, boy, I tell you what, probably one of the humblest guys around. Definitely, man, it's awesome. Well, I'm going to bring up our race winner here first tonight before we get a talk in with the man who's the champ. So, bring up our winner tonight. Jake Nichols, Joe Aiden Booth, got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, Jake, I tell you what, you started out this season, man, on a roll, got into the chase and whatnot. Got at Talladega, didn't end up too well, which obviously Talladega just one of them wild card races. You and a lot of the other chase guys got in a bad situation, but man, it went downhill after that early on in the chase, and you were out of it coming into this race, but you still wanted to win, and you pulled it off here tonight at Homestead, which you've said before, this place here, you really, really enjoy it. How does it make you feel going into tomorrow night's race for the Cup Series?
It feels good. Homestead's always been one of my best tracks and favorite to run at. Just haven't had the chase. We've wanted everything that you could imagine that could go wrong would go wrong for us. But just like I said to Cameron after the race was over, tonight I won the battle, but he won the war. He won the title. He deserved it. I'm glad if I couldn't get it, that he could. He was digging. Before the caution came out, we were like 22 seconds ahead of the third place car, and we were within a second or a second and a half of each other. So we were mostly the fastest cars in the entire chase. Just certain things kept our car from getting the finishes that I might think that we deserve, but not everything's going to go your way, and we just got to push really hard for tomorrow, and hope that everything does go our way tomorrow, and we can just set sail and win another one.
Well, and that's the thing is, win another one, and tomorrow, you got another opportunity to put another Cup title in the bank there tomorrow, but that's for the other day. As of tonight, you did everything you had to do. It was a crazy chase. Me and Dave sit up here through this whole entire season, then in this chase, not just yourself, but other ones. I mean, you and Tom Whitmore earlier on, out of it pretty much earlier on. You was able to bounce back a little bit, but just some heavy hitters. And then tonight, Mason Weitzel coming in here. He was in a hole. He knew what he had to do, had a good car, and then earlier on, I mean, just trouble. It just seems like it's been trouble after trouble for chase drivers, all chase long. But I definitely got to ask, you were close on this one, and like you said, can we expect maybe a return here in the Xfinity Series for next season?
nothing's for sure. No full answer, but I don't know for sure on that. We may have other plans on Wednesday nights. We're gonna try to run the Cup still next season, whether we have teammates or not. Who knows? Nothing's for sure until we get to that moment of racing Daytona. But with 40th career win in Extreme Motorsports 99, hopefully we can get 41 and beat my record tomorrow of 11 wins in one season. And then we'll look for the future and see what's next.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely. I mean, you know, it's been a storybook career for everything you've done here. And, you know, I'll say it, you know, first off, you know, we get beat up for talking about Jake a lot, but, you know, you do win. You perform on the track. I don't take anything away from anybody else out there because it's a lot of great competition here in Extreme, and you know, it's really good. But you know, hey, they can't. That's why we call you the Superman. You're the man to beat. They actually bring guys in just to beat you, and it proves tonight. You put it in victory lane here. A little short on the championship side, but like you said, Cameron Hearn fought through the whole entire thing through this wild chase and put it in, you know, championship there. But hey, you got anybody you want to thank here for the win here tonight?
Of course, the Sim Speed Shop, and you, of course, you and Dave for doing these broadcasts for Xfinity, and you and Davis, I believe it is, for Cup. You guys always do a tremendous job each and every week, and even on the races that I don't participate in, that you guys broadcast. Still amazing job done by you guys, and thank you for broadcasting both these series this season and the previous seasons, and any more you do in the future. Everyone at Extreme Motorsports 99, the season was a blast. I know it didn't go well at the end for this Xfinity Series attempt, but things happen. Just gotta move forward, and thanks to all my teammates. Happy for Cameron. He deserved it. Good job to him.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Definitely was an awesome season. And, yeah, you know, I'm going to try to take a little break off from Extreme next season. Dave will be here, but we'll be back, like I was telling the viewers, after next season. And then we're going to go beyond there and whatnot. We're going to bring a great show, as we always do. And it's going to be awesome. And I appreciate all the support of all you drivers and whatnot out there. But, again, congratulations on an awesome win here tonight. Call him the Superman, Jake Nichols. And my little one, he was pulling for you. All right, man. Good luck. I appreciate it out there, Jake.
Yep, no problem. Thanks, man.
All right, that's Jake Nichols, man. As always, you know, constant professional out there, man. Definitely was, like he always said, digging. I mean, hey, he's good. The man's good. You know, you can't just not talk about him. You can't just not say enough about him. But this man right here, he persevered. He triumphed. He did everything he had to do that tonight and through this whole entire chase. And folks, let me tell you what, the champ is here. Cameron Hearn, Joe White in the booth. Got a copy?
I got you.
Well, I tell you what, that ring right there sounds oh so sweet to a chase that was just a crazy one for 5 races here. But you are the champion here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com. Xfinity Series, how's that feel?
Man, it feels real good, considering, you know, how I was close, came in second last year, so to come out on top this year, it means a lot.
Absolutely. You know, and Jake was talking about you changed up on some teams there. I always still associate you with Alliance Motorsports closely there with Mike and all, which Mike did a tremendous job. Still don't have confirmation on if he finished third in the points or second in the points there, because that was a very close battle there.
Right.
But either way, for him to come out and do well like he did, I know he was proud of you here for winning this title. Tell us, did you have anything for Jake out there? I know you was battling with him earlier on. Did you have anything that could have held up to him?
Yeah, well, at the beginning of the race, they were just racing so close, and I was just taking it easy. And then after the first pit stop, the time I was behind when he pitted again, it kind of maintained. I kind of lost a little ground. It's hard to make it up, so I pitted a lap early, and I got around them, was able to keep them down there. Then we got in the lap traffic, and they were on the high line. I was on the high line, so I really couldn't keep it off there. But I don't know if I had anything for them, but I definitely could have made it a lot more difficult. And I know I'm running for a championship and stuff, but I also want to win. And me and Jake ran a lot of races this year close together, so I knew, he wasn't going to put me in the wall or in my race. So it's nice to be able to race confident about that. And Mason had some issues early on in the run, so that's why I was kind of a little bit more, I guess, taking advantage of the situation than I normally would have been if Mason would have been in the top 5 with us.
Yeah, no doubt. And, speaking of that, he spun right in front of it. Did your heart just fall to your feet when you saw that?
I don't know if it was that or something puckered up. I definitely was hoping that he would keep it up top, and then he came back down low. So I was just glad to get by it, but also a sign of relief. Like, there's the contender right there. My closest competition having some issues early. So after that, I was kind of able to go for it.
Yeah, and I hated on Mason's part there. He definitely fought. Was in a little hole coming in. We said he needed a little luck on the end for you to have. Obviously, you have the bad luck here. He needed some help on that end in order to get up there. Definitely had a fast car. Well, when he lost to come out of turn in front of you, we were like, wow, okay, that's going to be a close one. And but, hey, Cameron, you are the champ. They can't take it away from you. You're the champ. You did it. You went through this chase, a wild chase that a lot of chase drivers had a lot of problems in, and it was kind of a roller coaster ride to the end here. Homestead Miami Speedway, ExtremeMotorsports99.com, Xfinity Series. Cameron Hearn, champ here tonight, finishing out in second. Man, got anybody out there you want to thank?
Yeah, I got a little list for you, so it might take a few seconds. But Sherwin Williams on the hood. Ethan does my paint jobs and stuff. I was running some ugly cars out here this season, so I actually got some good looking cars. Mike and Richie, when I first started the season, those guys helped me out a lot. Mike really taught me some stuff about saving tires on the long run. Jake, end of this race, taught me some stuff in 3 and 4, and after he told me kind of how to run the corner, he helped me gain out a lot, and it's really beneficial, running with guys that are fast every track you go to. But I also want to thank people in this race who toughed it out, even though they have a chance of winning the championship, that showed up, Bryce Sinisike, Scott Mitten, Tyler Sifford, James Thorndike, Davis Richards, Mike Franklin, John Wimbish, Nick Hunt, Ethan, you got Ken there, Marty Ray, Cody McFadden, Mason, Richie, Greg Bradshaw, Matt Hoover, and all the way, and also there's someone I'm forgetting, but I want to give them a shout out to John Houston. He wasn't able to be with us tonight, but hopefully he's watching this or he'll see this, and I just want to give out a shout out to John Houston and tell him, hey.
All right, well, I tell you what, man, as always, it's been a good one. It's been a good season, and my sentiments right there, too. All the guys out here, from week in and week out, obviously we talk about the top runners, but, man, it's good to see all the other drivers come out here week in and week out and compete and do very, very well. And it's just a tough bunch of drivers out here.
And thank you, Jeff. Thank you, too.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. As always, hey, definitely. Like I was telling him, I'm going to take a little break away from the Extreme broadcast next season. We'll be back after that, though, and we'll be full force, man, definitely, and coming back over here for all the excitement and whatnot. I appreciate you drivers. I appreciate the viewers, as always. And again, hey, Cameron, champ here. Like you said, you was close last season, but you pulled it off. You're the champ here in Extreme and Xfinity Series. One more race left in the season. How you think you're going to do tomorrow real quick?
Well, just going for the win. No one remembers second place, third place, fourth place. I don't have a shot at winning the championship unless a tornado comes through or something. But just going for the win. I don't know if I did a shout out to my dad, but he watches all these races, so shout out to him for watching this. Pretty cool. He gets to watch it week in and week out and stuff, so I was glad that he was holding races, telling me you're in control, don't do anything stupid. So that's always nice. But yeah, next week or tomorrow, I going for the win. I'm not going to try to mess up anybody else who's going for the championship, of course, but just going to go for the win. Maybe if that means pitting a little early or a little bit later, take some 2 tires in the run, just kind of putting yourself to have a chance. But, yeah, I think it's anybody's shot tomorrow. Definitely going to be an exciting race.
No doubt about it. Homestead tomorrow, Homestead tonight. Again, the champ here, Cameron Hearn, ExtremeMotorsports99.com. That's it, Xfinity Series. It's party time over there in his pits. Again, congratulations, Cameron Hearn.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. I'll tell you what, so you can get him back down there. Right there, man. I tell you what, the champ here, he done everything he needed to do this season, and he pulled that thing off here at Homestead here tonight. Wow, you can't take it away. But the final results here, Jake Nichols putting it in victory lane. Cameron Hearn, the champ here in the Xfinity Series in second. Mike Rominger third. Scott Mitten in fourth. Bryce Sinisike fifth. Tyler Sifford sixth. James Thorndike in seventh. Davis Richards ended up in eighth. Mike Franklin there ninth. John T. Wimbish rounds the top 10. And folks, I tell you, look through the rest of here at star-studded. I mean, I can't say anything about any of these guys out here. Definitely different. Definitely a lot of great drivers out here. And I want to appreciate all the people here at ExtremeMotorsports99.com, the drivers, the fans, the viewers, the owners of everybody here, all the admins in the league. It has been a terrific season here in the Xfinity Series. As we sign off here tonight, will be one more race tomorrow. Egg Cup Series here at Homestead. Before the Xfinity Series, Jake Nichols bringing it home at Victory Lane. Cameron Hearn bringing home the title here tonight. Everyone, have a good night.